Hello, welcome to Train Sim World 5. As you can see, I'm already loading something. This is a scenario on the Glossop line, which should be fairly easy, going from Manchester, Piccadilly to Glossop. When the screen comes up, I will show you what the actual scenario name is. Hopefully it won't take too long. That looks like a nice route. So does that. That's a Dutch route. Route set in the Netherlands. That's Germany. And of course that's West Somerset Railway. That's been quite a popular series. There's 3 more of them to come out. Here we go, 3-point turn. That's what I wanted. And before I do anything, there's a button over here, if I remember rightly. I can't remember which one it is, but there it is. Switch the AWS on. Then we insert, do everything like that. And there's my train, Northern Rail, class 323, number 236. Just got to wait until... Don't know why that did that. Just got to wait until it's time to go. Which will be 07:33 in-game time. Oh, I've got some screenshots, that's what I wanted. So I went into external mode really. Open the windows, as I always do. Look at what all the different switches in here do. Traction cut out. That's the door controls. Coach lighting on, coach light auxiliary on, coach lights off, we leave them on. Regenerative brakes, headlights are already set up. Just looking at all the different buttons in here to see what... That's the doors, DSD I don't use, Vigilance I don't use, AWS I do use. Okay. Now I'll leave that blind, I'll pull mine down a little bit. There. Okay, let's start closing the door. And get ready to do the horn. £15 mph as we leave the station. Goes up to 25 miles an hour just before the first advanced starter signal, because we've got the starter signal on the platform, which is green. Advanced starter, where it goes to 35, is yellow. Oh, too fast. I was looking at the signal, not the speed. So, we are going to go... First stop is Ashbury's, platform 1. Which is just over 1.3 miles away. There's the 25-mile-an-hour board. The whole train has to get into the speed limit area before I can actually go up to the speed limit. And now we're up to 35 miles an hour. The speed limit changes again after the station at this junction just up here, which we don't stop at. AWS, so the next signal's yellow. There it is, 2 yellows. Keeping an eye on the signals, it means there's a train in front of us that's stopping a bit more frequently than we're likely to be by the look of it. I can maintain... I can't, because that signal, the next signal's red, so I can't go up to high speed yet unless that goes yellow. Which it does. Okay. Let's get up to 40. We want to stop at the next station anyway, which is Ashbury's. It's just... the signal will be... I pressed it, but my controller didn't register that I pressed it. Silly flipping controller. Now I've got to come to a complete stop. That was annoying. I'd pressed the AWS cancel button on controller, but it didn't register that I'd pressed it. Never had that happen before. But anyway, this station just up here is Ashbury's, so we don't want to be going too fast. We need to stop in the platform. There we go, press the button this time. At least there's no timetable to worry about. That would be really annoying. Doors opening. You know, I'm going to be a bit cheeky. I want a nice screenshot of the train in the station. Crouch down to do it. That's better. Can now get back on. Sit down. Close the door. Close the passenger doors. And release the brakes. We can now go up to 60. Hopefully that train that's in front of us will have cleared more than just a couple of sections now. Because this signal's green, next one's currently yellow, which means it's stopped somewhere. Soon find out. If this next signal stays yellow, then it's definitely stopping at every station, whereas we're doing limited stop. If it's doing every station, then that's going to Hadfield, while we're going to Glossop. Oh, it's gone green. I won't get an emergency stop again, at least not for a few minutes. We've got 3.1 miles before Guide Bridge. I think there's 2 stations between us and Guide Bridge at the moment. It's just a bit of power. Okay, it stopped at the station. Next station after this one. Eye on signal as well as speed. Here's the one station that we're not stopping at. Double yellows. So if I get a single yellow that I have to worry. I've got 2.2 miles before Guide Bridge. There is another station in between me and Guide Bridge, which is immediately after the next signal. Guide Bridge, the train has stopped him, the one that's ahead of us, because he's got a red signal. When we get to the AWS ramp, it will buzz at me. But I've got to keep an eye on that signal display as well as my speed. Because I don't want to pass a red signal. Throttle input. I need to be prepared to stop. It's gone yellow. I can maintain reasonable speed. Still going to get a buzz when we get the next ramp. But we need to start slowing down for Guide Bridge soon anyway. Going to get the AWS ramp, making my AWS alarm go. There we go. Next signal is red, which means it's definitely stopped in Guide Bridge. It's just gone yellow, so it's cleared Guide Bridge, but we're stopping in Guide Bridge anyway. So I'm just going to coast. I've not got to worry about a timetable, luckily. Oh, this is a nice bridge. You can see that it used to be a 4-track line. By the way, that there's the track bed's wider and you've got the other bridges. But another semi-tunnel. green. So the sunflower's switched off. Ooh, class 66. On a freight. I wasn't expecting that. It's not a long freight, but it's still a freight. And this is Guide Bridge. I'm going a little bit too quick. Doors. And that class 66 looks like it'll be going my way. Let's have that view. Let's have a look where it is. It's in the siding. 66079. That's as far forward as I can go. Okay, locking doors. Now we go to Flowery Field. Which is 1.7 miles. 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. Looks like whatever train was ahead of us is well out of section now. Which is nice. Not having to worry about signals now. There's another freight. It's weird seeing freights on the Glossop line. Unless it's to do with track renewal. So that looks like ballast. Yeah, I can go over 40. That's a triangle. Non-electrified triangle. Be interesting doing a freight service along here. I'm not sure if there is any though. Right. Let's just coast, because we've got Flowery Field platform 2. There's another load of hoppers. They're empty. Now it's got a diesel on the front, class 66. That's what I was following. Obviously. When we actually pull up at the station, I will see how many other stops we've got before we get to Glossop. There's another line. Non-electrified by the look of it. So these units couldn't go up there. Here's Flowery Field. Just do a gentle slowdown. It's not a long platform. But I haven't done any of the collectibles on this platform. So, while I've got time, that bin bag's missing. Put in the poster. We've got a little bit of a wait. That's a nice name for a station. Newspaper. Yeah, it's telling me to lock doors. I'm just getting everything done. Just make sure everything's in place. And then hop back up. Get in. Closing doors. And off we go. Next one is Newtown for Hyde. And we have then got six stops, well, 5 more after Newtown for Hyde, which is really close. Probably the other side of that bridge. As I said, it's a good job this is not a timetabled run, because I'd have lost a lot of time. Walking around the flowery field station. Same here. I've seen that I haven't done the posters or the route map for that. It's nice that I can just run up the ramps. There's a poster. Newspapers. What's the betting? There's something down here. Poster. Route map. Newspapers. There we go. And we got 0.6 miles before Godley. I don't think I will get out of Godley though. Mainly because... Ooh, motorway. Yeah, mainly... because I want to try and get this scenario done reasonably quickly. Getting out at each station's a bit silly. Coming to a careful stop. A little bit far. I didn't read that. Something about dinting. Obviously, I'm going to have to go into dinting, reverse, and go back to Glossop. Wait for the guard to buzz me. And off we go. Next station, Hattersley. Which is also relatively close. Over another road. There's a little roadway down there. Nice little villages. Okay, when it gets down... Oh, this is an old station. Okay. Island platform. Interesting. I'm gonna have to top out a sec. Nice looking station, this. I see something. I had to. I just had to. I've gone past my chair. Off we go. Next stop, Broadbottom. Platform 1. Obviously the down platforms are platform 1 and the up platforms are platform 2. Bit different. How many more stops after that? Broadbottom, Dinting, and then we reverse go to Glossop by the look of it. Next state signal is red. But we've got half a mile just over before the next station. There's a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit just before it. Oh no, there isn't. Just after it. Here we go. Into Minion's favourite station. And that's only because it's got the word bottom in it. I'm going out onto the platform again. Mainly because I saw a couple of things that I haven't done. There's one. There's one. Excuse me. Coming through. Being a naughty driver. Can't go any further that way. There's the newspapers. I've got time to run round. I've only got 2 more stops. I just want to try and get as many of these. Ooh, flowers are there. I didn't see them. I ran straight past. There's a poster. More newspapers. They get a bit wet because they're not covered over. But oh well. Why are you just standing at the doorway and not going in? Odd. Closing the doors anyway. We've got 2 miles before Dinting. I don't know whether it's reverse to get to Glossop from Dinting. I can't remember. I do know that I don't want to be speeding over this bit. mph section. Dinting is the junction with its 10 mph speed limit. Here's the reason it's this. That's a nice bridge. Didn't get a chance to get a screenshot. Oh, there's a train. That must have been the one I was following earlier. 1.2 miles before the 40, so I can speed up a little bit. I think I may already have got the collectibles at Dinting. Haven't done Glossop, unfortunately, but we stop there and the scenario ends. We want to be slowing down before we get to that 40, and then we slow down even more for Dinting Station. That's the speed limit warning. Or it could just be that fixed distance. Fixed distant signal. Right. 40 miles an hour just before the next signal. I'm a bit over. I didn't realise I was... Let's go back into that view because I want a photo of it on, or a screenshot on the... Come on. Over here. There we go. That looks nice. Just go along at 15 and then... That's why the line's closed. There's people there. I will hop out and have a look at them. Everyone's getting out. Oh no. Everyone's getting both out and on. Or off and on, even. I'm just having a little wander around the station, have a look at it. Okay, I haven't done all the collectibles here. That one's blank. That's a normal poster. Hello.
Sure you have a valid ticket for travel.
Newspapers. Let's just have a look at what they're doing. There's coups on the line. That's what it is. Stubborn. Stubborn animals. I've only got one more station to go to, so doing this doesn't make much. You okay? Okay. I'm just a bit worried about that worker. He's lying down as though he's injured. Okay. Yeah. I don't think he's supposed to be lying down. Off to the last station. Close my door, close the other doors. It can only go 10 miles an hour. We're not going to go up to full line speed in this short distance, because it's less than a mile to get to Glossop. There's more cows. So we definitely don't want to be going that way. Okay. Interesting. That's 2 routes that have got cows on the line for one of the scenarios. The other one being Spirit of Steam. Now go up to 25. There's no point in getting up to 45. And this is the last mile of line, because Glossop is a terminus. I'm just coasting, letting gravity do its thing, because it's downhill. And as we don't actually have a timetable to worry about, there's no worries with how slow I'm going. the AWS ramp. Need to start slowing down because it's 10 miles an hour into Glossop station, and we don't want to be speeding. There's the fixed distance, which is what that AWS alarm was. $10 miles an hour. Nice slow crawl to the end of the line. Which is nice and gentle. Just looking if there's any of the collectibles here that I haven't done. Possibly. I'm going almost up to the buffers. Yeah, I haven't done any of the collectibles here. I wonder, can I jump out while it's doing the passengers?
If you feel faint, seek help at the next station. Do not use the emergency cord, as this may delay help reaching you.
Might as well do everything while I'm sitting around doing nothing. Yes, I know I'll have to turn everything off, but... Might as well just get all the collectibles that I can. And that's it. Look at it, I don't even have to switch the train down. Little bit of speeding in a couple of places. 1, 2, 3 places. So not too bad. I got a gold medal. Stop accuracy. Manchester Piccadilly. I was already stopped, it shouldn't say that. 2.77 yards. Ashbury's 1.8. Guide Bridge 18.5. Bit far. Flowery Field 3.61 yards. Newton for Hyde 4.5 yards. Godley 2.6. Hattersley 2.4. Broadbottom 23.9. Dinting almost spot on. And then Glossop 12. Not too bad. Really not too bad. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this fairly quick video where we've just done a short drive from Manchester to Glossop on the Glossop line. And I will see you on Friday's video, which is Thomas. But until then, be seeing you.